Now, the third step in your decision-making framework is to seek out and set up meaningful communications. I want to emphasize that what's important here is to do a little bit of research about the who. Now, that is, make sure that when you talk to people, you consider who it is that you're talking to. Now, I've seen too many parents focus on the wrong things here. Like, what does the curriculum look like? And how long are classes? How much does it cost? How often do they meet? When do they meet? And so on. Now, while these details are important, they're not the most critical factor. Now, let me explain. The who. This is the person who's actually teaching and leading your child. That who makes all the difference. You can have the best curriculum in the world, but if the person teaching it doesn't understand how to communicate it effectively or connect with the students, the materials won't matter. Right? The right teacher, on the other hand, can take an average curriculum and make it exceptional because they know how to adapt it to fit the student's needs. Now, conversely, a poor teacher can take the best curriculum and fail to make any impact whatsoever. Right? Plus, right, chances are that the right who will have the right materials and curriculum anyway. Right? Also, when considering price, it's helpful to think about value, not cost. So here, guys, I've worked with students who studied for the ACT, after 2 years of studying. So we're talking summer, winter, spring breaks. Right now, those students attended lower cost academies, but they actually ended up wasting more money and, even more importantly, more time because they weren't being taught by the right who. So the right who can actually help you to save money and time because they're that much more effective. So remember, think about value, not cost. Right now, another thing to note when you're setting up meaningful communications is to avoid the wrong people. So wrong people to talk to are business owners with no teaching experience. Now, if they don't have any teaching experience, they don't have the learning experience. Right now, they may be good at talking in sales, but their main focus is profits. Now, I've worked with and worked for business owners who pushed selling their ACT and SAT programs because it only had a few students in it. I've also witnessed owners place students in the wrong level classes because the lower level class was almost at capacity, like it was full. So the bottom line is that business owners are focused on the bottom line. Right now, of course, you will most likely talk to a business owner, but they don't have to be the only person you speak with. Ask to speak with the teacher and make sure that if you get the chance to, you come prepared with questions to ask that teacher that really focuses in on their teaching philosophy. Now, I have a list of questions and their implications, which will give you guys a very clear sense of what type of teacher you're dealing with and whether the teacher will be a good fit for your child. Right now, if the business owner won't let you talk to the teachers themselves, here's another extremely valuable tip that almost always works. Ask to preview the class. Here's why this tip is gold. Right now, if the business owner isn't fully confident in his programs, he won't let your child sit in on a class. Now, in this case, guys, that's absolutely no loss for you because you know that's most likely not a quality program. Now, if the business owner says it's against the teacher's policy, think about it. Is that the kind of teacher you really want your child to work with anyways? Probably not, right? I'm always excited to have students preview my class because it's an opportunity to showcase my stuff and make a lasting impression on the student, right? But the teacher who doesn't allow a free trial class probably isn't confident in their abilities. They don't prioritize students, or they're probably too focused on their own egos and don't want it to be bruised, right? Which doesn't make any sense at all to me. Right? Good teachers, you guys, understand that they're not going to be the right fit for every single student. And they accept that fact that some students simply won't like them. Ultimately, the right who understands at the core of who they are that it's not about them. Right? It's about finding and attracting the right type of kids. The students who actually like the teacher and their teaching style and feel like they could truly benefit from their classes. Right now, on the other hand, If your child is allowed to sit in on a class, this will allow your child to see if they like the teacher and their methods. It'll also help them determine whether the classroom culture is one that they feel comfortable in and want to be a part of long term. Right now, if not, no big deal. Right? A smart business owner will understand this and will actually recognize that in the long term, it'll be better for his business, because having just a few toxic students in the class who don't like being there will ruin the experience for everybody. Right? Now, by preparing your meetings in this way, you'll set yourself and your child up to have very meaningful conversations. You're going to get so much value out of this, right? So really, guys, use this information.